Dog. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Saturday night Bully Life Live. We in here. We live, baby. What's happening? What's happening? What it do, my brother? What it do? What up, what up, what up? Man, I'm glad to see everybody rolling in. Yo, yo, yo. What's happening? What's good, Corey? Chevy. Man, Brandon, what up, my brother? How the pup doing, man? How your new edition doing, man? SK, Javier, what's good? What's good? What up, Josh? Oh, yeah, man, I'm glad to see everybody tuning in, man. Ashton, appreciate it, brother. What up, Parrish? Here now. So we actually just getting in, spoiled and bad, bro. I can imagine. I can imagine. Hey, Zeus, what up, brother? Jeezy, Sergio, Tom, Marcus, Keith, Harvey, what it do, my brother? Man, I'm glad to see all y'all rolling in. So we're going to have us a good session tonight, man. I can't wait to chop it up with y'all. So like I had said, man, you know, we was at the park. I had tried to bring the phone with me and do the live thing at the park, letting Tick run around. That ain't work out so well. As y'all heard, the wind was pretty bad. So, Street, what up? So we went ahead and shut it down and took it to the house. Took it to the kennel like we always do. Yo, man, I'm glad y'all enjoying the community tab, man. Everybody who's tuning in to the quote and the words of the day with the pics of the offsprings. I appreciate all the love, man. I'm glad y'all checking that out, man, and enjoying it. You know, it's words of encouragement for everybody, including myself. You know what I'm saying? That's where it first starts off, man. It starts off with me. I know if the word is good for me, it's good for my people, man, and that's what it's all about. Can you do a little tour of the extra dog in the kennel with your setup? No doubt, man. No doubt. We're going to do that. We're going to do it all. Please remind me a little bit as we into it. I'm going to get settled in. I had purchased some dog food today, so I got to go get the dog food. We've been gone for a while. Tick is 10 months. We've been gone for a minute of the day. I've been gone. The kennels are pretty dirty, so I gotta clean some kennels tonight while we Tick. Really, dog? Come on, man. I be talking good about you. Don't let me down. No doubt, man. Caesar, what's up? Man, Dingo's not here, Ashton. Man, Dingo is at Hawk Kennels. Yeah, so we just kind of getting settled in. I'm gonna let a few of the dogs out because they've been in their kennels for a while. I'm gonna let them out, let them go run outside. Tick, you can blow. Go ahead, Tick. Go ahead, Jazzy. Get out, man. Let Zena out. Hold up, Tick, come see. Take this off, man. Before this thing ain't gonna fit, Tick no more. Good boy. We're gonna let the Big Mac out. Mac Daddy. We're gonna walk and check him out in a second. And stinky of the night. What's up, pet lover? What's up, brother? Tay Tay. Just saw you. I'm glad y'all been checking them out. The pups are 2,000. Jason Green, what up, brother? It's all good, man. Pups are 2,000 plus the shipping costs. All right, so y'all, I'm gonna leave everything open. Let y'all check it all out. The dogs are gonna be in and out. I ain't gonna close nothing. Before I go, we got Emma who started bleeding today. So we're gonna be breeding Emma to Tick in a few weeks. That'll be her first litter. Well, she had pups. You know, I had a little accident with her last time. The pups didn't survive, but it's gonna be an in-house breeding, so I'll be able to do the breeding the way that I want it. I'm excited about that. We got her going to Tick. That'll be his first breeding, so that's gonna be major. Luke, what's up? Ryan, what's up? So I'm gonna go run in the crib, man, and get the food, bring it all in, and then I'm gonna get started in here cleaning. Let y'all get a shot of Soleil. Soleil looking real big. Not 100% sure what's going on with it just yet, but she has put on a good 10-20 pounds. So time gonna tell. I don't know. I would say Tick's about 65 pounds. Alright, so I'm gonna run off in here. If somebody comes in and knocks the camera off, my apologies. They wild. Change the plans. We're gonna get right to it. I ain't gonna worry about that. Little something. Try to freshen it up in here. So man, any topics, any questions? Do you consider Tick pocket? All right, so this is the deal with Tick. Tick is not old enough to be considered in a class because he's only 10 months, but he will be a pocket. He isn't going to get any taller than what he is now. But he's actually 2 months too young to consider to be in a class. But I know he'll be under 17 inches at 12 months old. So he is a pocket. Really appreciate it, Kelly. Chevy. Cleopatra looking nice. Really starting to really... Hey man, appreciate it, Chevy. What you charging for a 3-inch wide collar? Simple, no design. A 3-inch wide collar is $55. That's for a large. And I actually have an opening now. I just knocked out everything that I had. If you are interested in me getting started on that, let me know. I can shoot you the PayPal link to that, and I can get started on it ASAP. So they would be due, like I think the day of Halloween, which will be on the 31st. We'll be looking at like 2.5 weeks. She's got milk starting to come in, so that's always a great sign. What you looking at, Tick? Uh-huh. You want to come join the party? Come join the party, my man. So we're going to get down here tonight. Do a real good cleaning while chopping it up. Today I got to give everybody a hard one. See the big back home. Shoes on that all day long. I'm gonna show y'all my foot down. Okay, you heard the phone. What's up, dog? You alright? Your toy must be, his toy must be wrapped around a tree or something. So, shout out to the homie Juice, my next door neighbor. Salute, 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 Josh. So, shout out to my homie Juice, my neighbor. He bought Diesel that bone. It's a beef bone. Check it out, Juice. Diesel been working on that thing. That's just for Diesel. He's been eating on it. Y'all good. Ain't no food in there. Y'all moving around. Diesel been punishing that bone. He's been having his kennel for a couple days. The best of them all. Appreciate it, man. So we still keeping Cleo, Soleil, and now Emma. We still separating them. So we got them still separated because it gets a little rough out there. So the bloodlines that we have been running are West Coast Guided Line, Golden Line. We've added some Razor's Edge to it, and we kind of doing our own thing now. Now we're at the 3rd generation of building, mixing it all together. In probably about 3 more. Once I stamp the look the way I want, we're gonna establish our own blood, and we are gonna name it. But we're in no rush. We're in no rush. You know, at 4 generations, you can start stamping the blood, but we're gonna do it like it's supposed to do. Once we consistently producing that look, then we are gonna name the blood. But until we start consistently producing that look size to where basically I know what we're gonna have before it comes out, we're gonna hold tight, we're gonna be patient. But the bloodlines we have been running is West Coast Guided Line, Golden Line, Razor's Edge. We have done some outcross breedings with a lot of the muscle tone blood, which is cool. I'm real excited about that. Bringing that heavy boned blood, that's some real thick dogs, bringing them to what I have, which as you can see are very clean athletic dogs. Bringing that in should be real nice. Hey, thank you very much, man. That means a lot. The Big Mac was out there on his rope. Hey, man, you want me to go fix your toy? Come on, you want to go back and play with your toy? Come on. I'm going to go fix it. Come on. So look, this is what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna unplug the phone. The phone is actually charging now. I'm gonna unplug it, set it up so y'all can watch Diesel. It might go blank. It's gonna go blank for 1 second, but I'm gonna bring it right back on. So y'all just bear with me, all right? All right, cool. We ain't had no problems. So I'm gonna take the phone outside. Diesel's working on the spring pole. I'm gonna let y'all watch him live. It's raw and uncut, y'all. Let y'all watch him. I'm gonna go run inside. I'm gonna get some food and a little cleaning supply while y'all watch him do his thing. Tick, you wanna mess with D? D, what up, Big Daddy? What's up, Big Daddy? What's up, Big Daddy? Let's go. Let's do something, boy. Gotta get a good bite, man. Gotta get. I know it's hard. Good bite. Don't come. Gotta bite it. That done messed you up, man. I done messed you up for the night. Should have just left me alone, huh, man? There we go. That need to hook you up something better than this, huh? There we go. So I put him a new toy on there, and it's real hard for him to get a good solid bite on it. Get it, man. Don't come get me. Get it. All right. Get it, D. Get it, D. Get it, D. What's he gonna do, D? Get it, D. 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 Really? Queen of Hearts, what's up? Now, please have a shout out. The best of them all right? So you got a channel? Hey, just a little advice for your channel, man. Your icon, put a picture of your dogs, man, a picture of yourself, so I can send some people to it, man. Y'all show them some love. See what he's talking about. The best of them all. I'm gonna go look at you. Tay, we got one more breeding from the Big Mac, and that was from the raffle. That was from the let me see if he let go of it. And that was the person who won the stud credit. We just waiting on their girl to come in heat. And that'll be his last one for a while. Get back. I'm telling y'all better not knock the camera down. Thank you, Melvin. Y'all better not knock the camera down again. Now you tired now, buddy? Watch this. Hey, y'all see how tired he is? Watch this. Diesel, let's go, man. D, let's go. Ain't over. Ain't over. Let's go, boy. Get it, boy. Get you some, man. Get you some, man. Ain't no time for that. Ain't no quitting over here. Ain't no quitting over here, man. Ain't no quitting over here, man. Let's go, man. I know you're tired. Ain't no quitting. Ain't no quitting. Let's go, Big Daddy. Let's go, Big Daddy. Let's go, Big Daddy. Ain't no quitting, man. Let's go. Work out, man. Work out. Ain't no quitting. I know you're tired. Ain't hot. That's it. That's it. I know you're tired. That's my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy. That's that boy right there. What you gonna do, Tick? Get you some, Tick. Get daddy boy right there. There you go. There you go, man. There you go, man. There you go, man. Get daddy boy right there. Get daddy boy. Oh, there you go, man. There you go. Ain't no quitting, man. Work out, man. Work out. What you gonna do? You gonna be a bum? You gonna be a bum? We don't produce bums. Side profile, look. Back. Back. No bums. Where you going? No doubt, man. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. Reese. Oh, man, you know that's what he do, man. Luke, oh, Phil. So look, y'all, check this out. Look what else he do. This dude made a mud hole in my yard, bro. And look at him. The dude really made a mud hole, man. That dude made a mud hole. What's up, Juice? What's up, brother? What's up, man? You want to make Leona famous or what? You got Leon out there using the bathroom. That's how we coming, man. This is what we do on our. Y'all, look at him. Yeah, he love that mud, man. That mud keep him real cool. Look at him, y'all. Big Daddy. So watch. I'm gonna show y'all what we do. This is what we do. He do that, and then I come and do this. So we getting it to y'all raw tonight. We getting it to y'all raw tonight. See, you know what it is. What? D, let's go. D, you want some? Come get it. Come get it, buddy. Look. You want some, man? Oh, yeah. Oh, he loves it. Oh, he loves it. Oh, he loves it. Oh, he loves it. Oh, yeah. That's daddy boy. That's daddy boy. Oh, he loves it. Oh, yeah. Get all that dirty mud off of me. Yeah. All right. Here, drink some. Cool you down. Oh yeah. Look, you got that? All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, my man. Oh yeah. That feels good, huh? How good that feel? Oh yeah, that feels so good. That feels so good, huh? Oh yeah. My boy, man. I know, huh? You even got daddy full of mud. You even got daddy full of mud. Hey, you don't want nothing, man. You don't want nothing. See, that's why I got that big bone. That's why I got this big bone. I'm daddy's chosen one. Daddy's chosen one. Tell him. You daddy chosen one. Alright. Yeah, that's another good the other night. Alright. So that's what we do. That's what y'all don't get to see on camera. Yeah, I bet that feel good. So every day when he plays on his on the spring pole, that's what we do. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Good shot, man. Oh, yeah. You right, man. Yo, Dustin, man. Appreciate it, man. I be getting up in the morning loving them pics, man. For sure, man. Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad they for you, man. That's what it's about, man. That's just what I be feeling. You know, I like to share it. Is it so late? Yeah, brother, it surely is. We'll just have to see when the time comes how many drop. Cleopatra, I'm not sure, man. It doesn't, it's not looking good. She put on a lot of weight in the beginning, but now it's like she just got big, and she stays swollen in the back, but I don't see any milk. I don't see any milk bags coming, so that's kind of what I'm looking for with her. I'll have to set up an x-ray, but the Soleil litter is sold, man. And I got Tick and M, I'm breeding them next. She started bleeding today. So let me go see who that is. Oh, all right, y'all. I'm plugging the phone up. Give me a second. It might cut out. Give me 1 second, y'all. It may cut out. I ain't no decent, so they was getting down like that in pups, but when they grow, yeah, man, that's the thing, man. That's the good thing about it, you know, about the community tab, man, to where I could let you guys see what the offsprings develop out to be. You know, you look at pups, and a lot of people look at pups and be like, those pups not really as good as the previous. But it's the ending result that you look for, you know, the maturing result. You know, me as a breeder, I know how they're gonna be regardless. You know, even when they might have a bad start, I know how they're gonna turn out. You know, but it's a way to let you guys see it. The blood is the blood. You know, their genetic makeup is what they're gonna be, whether they start off rough or not. You know, they could be fat as I don't know what, but when they get big, they're gonna be the same thing. You know, it's just a process. What do you think of a puppy starter? Man, Mike, explain to me, brother. I don't understand. What do you think of a puppy starter? I'm not familiar with what you're talking about, man. Honolulu, what's up, brother? Appreciate you joining us, man. Mexico, Ruben, what's up? Much love, Mexico, man. Mexico shows a lot of love, y'all. Mexico shows a lot of love. Tick, what you doing, man? Why you don't go play? Why you don't go play? Yeah, maybe so. Trusting, what up? Something you can give a puppy. Something honestly, man, I don't give them anything like any type of extra boost, any type of supplements. I like to get them started on just a good quality dog food. If you're gonna feed them raw, you know, you can go raw, which is good. But as far as like the extra stuff, you know, vitamins are good if you're gonna give them a good solid vitamin. But like all the extra stuff, honestly, I don't do it, man. I just give them food. I mix it in warm water, and that's it. I don't even do the milk thing no more, because at some point you gotta wean them off of it. It's easier to wean a dog, you know, with food and water than when you start adding all them additives. Now, something for a weak puppy, you know, I never heard of the actual puppy starter, but you know, something for the weak a weak puppy. You know, if you're gonna supplement with bottle feeding, there's a lot of things online that you could whip up. There's a lot of other things. You know, I'm a firm believer in liver. Liver is real good for a weak puppy. Another thing is albine. Albine is real good for weak puppies, and like coccidium and stuff. But what I normally do is when I have a litter, I just kind of make sure that I'm there with the dog, and I rotate them as they're supposed to be. If I see one dog that's not quite as strong as the others, I move the others from around them. I put them on the mom, and I make sure that they eat. You know, so with that process, not everybody is able to be around their dogs like they're supposed to. But the best way to solve all that, man, is to really pay close. Can you check out my boy? Is really pay close attention, man. If you able to be in there, find out the puppy that's not getting the right nutrition that it's supposed to, and make sure you put them on this mom, because the colostrum from the mom beats all that. You know, unless it's some type of natural thing. It's very important that the first and second week, even the third, well, I would say just the first and the second, it's very important that they get that colostrum from the mom. You know, so sit there, rotate them like you're supposed to. If you got to let the other dogs eat, let them eat. Take them out of the whelping box and focus on your weak puppies. Make sure they get that mom milk. Then if you want to supplement them with a bottle using the puppy starter, or you know, whatever you see online, you can ball them like some liver for the juice to help them out once they're a little bit older. But as for a puppy, it's very, very important for them to be on that mom. Hey, appreciate it, brother. Melvin, I'm gonna check him out, man. Is he on your page or your channel? No doubt, Mike. So let's talk about what you're working with, man. What you got, is it a week old puppy, 2 week old puppy? You got a litter? You know, let's collaborate about it since we live, man, online. Let's talk about the situation, and to where you make sure you got a very good understanding on how to move forward. And if somebody else is knowledgeable, feel free to chime in. This is not all about me, man. It's not all about Royal Kennels. The whole purpose of this is to get ideas and to get stuff from other people. You guys know I have a program, which is a major thing, but I'm using my voice to interact with all of y'all. I'm not a know-it-all. You ever thought about expanding, Brian, like a Royal Kennels in Florida? Yeah, man, I actually did. I've talked with a few people in the past, and it's very hard, honestly, to match the passion. You know, a lot of people see the kennel, they see the process. I make it look very easy. People see money, they think that I make a whole lot of money, but once they get into it themselves, they see that, like, dang, the money isn't quite as plentiful as they thought. And you know, it's a lot more work, and it requires a lot more time. So, you know, I just sit back for years, man, and watch. You know, somebody might purchase a dog, and I might think that they have what it takes to be Royal Kennels New York. I watch them, and I see how they roll, man. I see if it's somebody that I would want to represent the name. And you know, honestly, it's very few. It's not a lot. You know, a lot of people who buy my dogs, they want to build their own program, which I respect 1,000%. You know, if you want to get on your own and do your own thing, I respect that. A lot of people want them for pets. You know, a lot of people, you know, want them for whatever. But as far as expanding Royal Kennels, man, if I have another one that's going to be from another state, I mean, it's got to be run with an iron fist. What do you think about entertaining dog shows? Man, I love show dogs, man. I would love to be able to do the show thing. I always said I wanted to. I just never really get to it, man. I don't know how it works, but well, I'm from in Cali. It's a really small city, and you don't have to see bullies out here. Just regular pits like red nose, a lot of blue nose. Man, there's a lot of bullies everywhere. I've sent a lot to California for sure. Hey, what y'all doing? Hey, everybody. What's going on? Yeah, I knew that'd be you. I know you see it. The next breeding's going down in probably about 10 days. Yep, 10 days. Yeah, look, hey man, come on, dog. Move around, Diesel. Hey, get out from there. Go. I always want to be in my feet. So Michael, yeah, we're gonna touch on that topic because that's a good topic. But I was meaning make sure that when you leave the live, you get the information that you needed on a weak puppy. Do you have a weak puppy? And when you get to inbreeding, inbreeding is the breeding of close relatives like mother and son, father and daughter, littermate brothers and sisters. So line breeding, you know, a actual bloodline, I want to say goes back to 4 to 5 generations deep. So when you have an actual bloodline, I'm not talking about a dog that we say is off of diesel, bred to whatever. I mean a specific line that is built 5 generations deep. When you're talking about breeding dogs of a specific line that is like uncles to nieces, nephews to aunts, grandfathers to daughter, that's when you consider line breeding. But it has to be of a specific line, not just Diesel to his grandson. Diesel to his grandson, and I'm 3 generations deep in the bloodline. That is not line breeding. And I think that's a good topic that needs to be discussed, because I think a lot of people think that, you know, a lot of people who come new to the breeding world itself be like, well, okay, cool, I'm doing this line breeding, and you don't even have a specific bloodline, or you're not breeding off of a specific bloodline. Like if I'm not breeding something that I produced and I have at least 5 generations deep in, I'm gonna get back to your question about the shipping. Yeah, he loves me, man. So say Diesel, yeah, not Diesel to his grandson, Diesel to his granddaughter. Thank you, Lewis. You know, like Diesel to his granddaughter, if I'm gonna breed that, that's not considered line breeding, because it's not a specific line. I have nothing that is a line built yet over here, and there's nothing that is a line for Diesel, because when you look at Diesel come from bull blood, true enough, and they run golden line blood and West Coast Guided line blood, but he wasn't a production off bull blood, which bull blood was a created blood by Henry Jolly. So he wasn't an offspring directly from there off of that bloodline. He was off of an outcross. So unless you are breeding a specific bloodline and you are running that bloodline, it's not considered line breeding. So the difference of inbreeding and line breeding would be, inbreeding is just me breeding Diesel to his daughter, or Soleil to her son, or, you know, say Mandingo to Cleopatra. That is considered inbreeding. Now, when I'm line breeding, I would have to have a specific line from the mother's generation to the father's generation. It would have to be a specific bloodline that's been running at least 5 generations, and to breed them together, like as if Soleil to her grandson. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be very careful with inbreeding. And to be honest, man, I know some people have different thoughts of it. I know some people have different thoughts of it, but I don't think it's 100% necessary unless you're in the beginning stages. But if you are gonna inbreed, you got to think about this. You have to know what the daddy has, at least 5 generations deep in his pedigree on both sides, and you got to know what the mama has, at least 5 generations deep on both sides. Because when you do bring them together, you are gonna bring up stuff that's in that pedigree. So if it's bad stuff in the pedigree and you double it up, you're gonna bring it back, man. I promise you. No, at the moment, I don't have any puppies available. I got a breeding going down in 10 days. I have pregnant females in the kennel right now, but nothing is on the ground. So I have pockets and I have standards in the yard. So yeah, man, back to the inbreeding. Like, I think when creating an actual breed of dog, the inbreeding is very important. When you first get dogs, if you got a specific characteristic or a specific trait in that you're trying to lock in to be to bring the blood tighter than where you got it from, or whatever reason, or just say if you out somebody, you bring another blood into your program, and then you go ahead and inbreed it to lock in that characteristic that you bring in. That's the only time that you should actually inbreed, and I think it's necessary. Some people may think differently, but for my personal self, in moving forward, that's how I'm gonna do it. And right now, I don't see any inbreeding in the future because I'm not to that point yet. But once I do build the line, I will be doing some line breeding. I'm going to be doing what you would consider in-house breedings. I will be doing a lot of in-house breedings from the bloodlines that I'm working with to build the line, and once I build the line, then I'm going to consider it line breeding. But I think a lot of newer people get in-house breedings with the bloodlines that you are building together confused with line breeding, and it's just a lot of miseducation on it. You know, a lot of people get up and start giving all this advice but never actually break it down to the new people who want to breed. I'm not a know-it-all, and I don't know it all, and I welcome anybody to come in and talk. Shoot, we can invite anybody you want on here or whatever, but you know, when it comes down to it, I think a lot of the younger people into the movement who really do want to be breeders and who want to do the right thing, not people who just want to make money, but people who want to move in the right direction. I think it's a lot of miseducation out there who has people going in wrong directions. And 6 years ago, I can admit that I was one of them. You know, although I didn't get much knowledge, you know, I bred pit bulls 20 years ago. You know, which is a very long time, and breeding game bred dogs and coming into the bully movement is, I mean, totally different. You got to go about it a total opposite, a total different way, not an opposite way, but a total different way, you know, because sad but true, the way this blood was built, there's so much misinformation on the creation of the American bully, and so much different stuff that happened in the pedigree that people don't know about. You truly looking at a pedigree and breeding a dog toward the pedigree, and then you got something total opposite that comes out, and that's just being honest, you know. So we don't know what was done 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in the pit bull game, it was totally different. You have a Facebook. I would love to hear your input on my boy. Hey, the Facebook is my name, Brian Hebert, and my Instagram is Royal Kennel 2013. 100, man. I mean, it is what it is, you know. And me coming into the scene 6 years ago, everything was already created. It was a disaster. No lie. I mean, it was a disaster, but it was all already created. and already jacked up, you know. But once you come to yourself and find your own self and your program and what you want to do, you got to decide, all right, cool, what I'm going to do. You know, am I going to breed according to the standard? Am I going to keep it 1,000? You know, or I'm going to come here and I'm going to try to do my best to make some money. You know, it's going to all depend on where you're going to stand. And I decided years ago, not last month, I mean years ago, that if I'm going to be a representation of the breed, you got to keep it 1,000. And whether people like it or not, if people don't like the dogs, then oh well. If people love them, then let's do this thing together. But if you're going to be a representation of the American Bully breed, the best thing to do, man, is go by either the standard or the guidelines of the breed. You know, the standard it doesn't keep changing. We know what the standard is. You know, the standard or the representation keeps changing, but the standard is there. You know, but the representation of the standard is what keeps changing. And it's where you decide on what you're going to do. You know what the original standard is, so you follow it. If you want, it's up to you, you know, and where you want to stand. But we all know where the standard began. But I do understand what you're saying. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't understand what you're saying. I know what you're saying. It does seem that way because you got one specific person who claimed to have started it all or started the registry, and now you see him with jacked up dogs, you know, or you see him with dogs that doesn't even apply to the standard that he started 30 years ago. I understand exactly what you're saying, but as a breeder of the American Bully, who cares what he does? It's what you do. Like, that's why I don't really follow much dogs. I don't look at many dogs on the internet because I truly do not care what the internet is doing or what other kennels are doing. People send me a dog for me to look at, you know, and I give them my honest opinion, you know, and then I move on. But I don't study the internet. I don't study dogs and shows. I don't study big name kennels. I don't study that because all it does is, like, it frustrates you. You like, oh man, this dude's supposed to be the representation and now he way in left field. You know what I'm saying? But if I focus on what I got going on and that picture in my head that I know is the right thing, then I focus on that. You know? How do you feel about a standard bull mixed with a stream bull as a bloodline for the future? So you're meaning a standard American Bully bred to an extreme American Bully? Is that what you referring to? Like, you talking about the different breeding of the different classes? So if you got a class which has all been added to the standard, if you got a class of a dog, if you got an extreme class dog and it's proportionate right, and if you feel like the blood, first it has to be a dog that is built right. You know, it has to be a breeding quality dog with an established blood that you know deep in the game. Why did you go? I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna answer that in a second. So, but that's a good question. So if you got a dog that's an extreme class from a kennel who's been breeding and has 5 generations deep, or if you see a pattern from this specific bloodlines that built the dog that you know are good quality, it produces good quality dogs, and it still produces dogs that can move, that are intact, that, you know, have good qualifications of the dog, and you breed it to another class of dog that has it all together, and you feel like the bloods are going to complement each other, then yes, you can breed them. Or I would say, yes, it's a good idea to breed them. But, you know, as far as just saying, okay, boom, I see this extreme class, and this is stuff that I did. The stuff that I'm telling you is stuff that I did in the beginning stages. You see a nice dog, like, yeah, man, that dog is nice. So you check it out, and then you got your dog, and you think in your head without even, you know, without even seeing what this dog can produce, or what he's produced in the future, or what he has in his pedigree, and you bring them together, then it's not really a good idea. But if you really know what you're dealing with and you know what you're doing, then yes, I say you can. You doing? Hey, no doubt, man. Truest personal purpose. I love with Roy Kennel. Hey, man, I appreciate it, brother. For real, man. I really appreciate it. So, applying pressure. I ended up going to prison, man. I started breeding American Pit Bull Terriers when I was 15 years old. I got my first one at 13. I started breeding them at 15, bred them to 17. I went to prison, and when I came out of prison, I came out of prison at 30 years old. And when I come out, I was like, man, first thing I need to do is get me a house and get me a dog. You know, I was thinking honestly that they were still pit bulls. You know, 7 years ago, excuse me, 7 years ago, I'm thinking that these dogs were pit bulls. I knew nothing about them. So when I first got them, UKC registered pit bull, I thought I had me a pit bull. Then as I started researching to give my dog the best life, then I was like, whoa, hold on, it's not pit bulls, they're bullies. And this was bloodlines that I never heard about. So as I start learning about them, researching about them, my dog ended up getting hit by a car and died. So like I was devastated, dog. Everybody quiet. I don't see them coming out. So man, my dog had died after 6 months of the first dog that I had in almost 15 years. You know what? Yeah, 12 and a half years. Man, I was so hurt, man, because this was like my best friend. When I come home, I honestly didn't even want to deal with like humans. I wanted to have my dog. I wanted to go to work. I wanted to build me a family. And I wanted to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? And just be successful. So I had got the dog. 6 months later, the dog died. It was hit by a car visiting my mom's house. So after that, I was like, man, I don't want no part of the dog. I don't want to get close to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Well, 3 weeks later, my wife was like, babe, look, you got to get you another dog, man. I see how it feels. The only way to fill that void back in is if you just get you another one. You know, he or she will never replace your dog. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it'll give you something to occupy your mind. I used to bring my dog to work with me every day. You know what I'm saying? It was like this was like my new best friend, or like my child. You know, what's up now? So I ended up buying another dog, a female, lived in my house. I want to say a month later, I bought a male, same breeder. I bought all these dogs from the same breeder because that was the research that I was doing. I bought all the dogs from the same breeder. So as I have them, I'm like, man, now I'm really starting to research other kennels. I'm starting to research pedigrees. I'm starting to look deep into the breed because now I know they're American bullies and they're not pit bulls. So I'm starting to really do a lot of research on everything to do with the actual American bully breed. Let me see. I hate when other kennels try to talk down on each other, knowing something negative to say about everyone else. Yeah, man, it's just what it is, man. It's just what it is, you know. I mean, you can't, like, it's just the quality of people around, man. That's just what it is, you know. But I know one thing. I don't rock like that. Everybody knows how Royal Kennels feels. I love to give shout outs to everybody, man. I hope everybody does good. And that's just what it is. So, yep, no doubt about it, man. Everybody has their own preference. And another thing, man, everybody's going to do what they want to do regardless, man. They're going to do what they want to do regardless. We could get a pup to Canada. Hey, Russ, yeah, we can get a pup to Canada. So, yeah, man, I had bought me 2 more dogs. Yep, you right, Dustin. You right, my brother. You absolutely right, man. Indeed, man. But yeah, I mean that, and I started building and learning from there. What up, E Town? And right now, man, I know I keep saying 6 years, but it's actually 7 years. um, Dallas, Texas. What up, Chris? It's actually 7 years now, and man, I'm still learning. Man, I still learn every day. I've experienced a lot. I've had a litters here in this kennel and in this program. I've had a lot of litters, so I'm able to share a lot of stuff, and I've done a lot of in-depth research. What it do? Easy money. So the Tri Boy is in Washington. He was purchased by a family to be their son. They don't have any children yet. They purchased Midas. Midas lives in their home, and like I want to say 3 months after purchasing Midas, they purchased another female named Blue to live in their home. They fixed both of them, and they lived a good life, man. When I say they lived a good life, Lord, they lived a good life. They live better than me. Trying to ram my mouth so much. I done got them still out. I got Cleo and Soleil. It's never been out. Are you close? No, my brother. I'm not close to Indianapolis. H-Town, what up? What's up, my brother? Um, Corey, I'm in Louisiana, man. Oh man, Tick loved a boat ride, man. He loved it. How Mandingo and Cleo doing? Miss these two. Cleo's right there chilling. She's doing amazing. I talked to my brother Hawk with Hawk Kennels today. Mandingo is doing good. Yep, they doing great, man. I can't take out right now because she was bred, and I don't want to plan too rough with the other dogs because once I let her, she's gonna start running crazy. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. People talk. Man, Marcus, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not worried about people talking negative, people talking down. That's just what some people do. I built a positive community with the YouTube channel, and like I said it before, man, you know, we got 26,000 people on the channel. If 1,000 or 500 or 15 are good quality people who love the program, then that's what's up. But it's more of a community here. It's not just this big channel who got dogs who just run around, man. We here to show love. We here to lift people up. You know what I'm saying? At any time, you guys know I'm available. And that's just what it is, man. The live feed is to come in. The dogs bring like-minded people together, and we talk. On any other given situation, we wouldn't all be able to communicate like we do. So with the dogs, we all are interested in the dogs. That's why we're here, and we talk. Down on you, that's when you know you're doing. Yep, no doubt, Michael. That is true. But and I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they talk down or what. It's just what it is. I greatly appreciate it, Rob. Yep, but they be there, and like you say, whenever people hate, you're doing something right, man. That goes for everybody. Yo, man, that's what's up, man. Yeah, that was a major video. I've never seen nobody say nothing negative anyway. Yeah, I didn't see anybody. I haven't seen nobody tonight speaking negative, which is a great thing. That's my boy. All right, man. You want to come by daddy? You got a plan? How many times a day do you feed, and what time of day? So I feed like the females. If I have a dog that's pregnant, I double feed them. If the regular dogs, I feed them once a day, man. I feed Diesel 3 cups of dog food a day. That's it. Tick, I feed them the same thing. Well, I actually feed them all the same. But the pregnant dogs, I feed 2 cups in the morning, or 2.5 cups in the morning, and 2.5 cups in the evening. You give me a 100 Russ. Man, appreciate it, man. So Easy Money, I just did a video, man. Go check it out on the channel. It's about Red Barn Feed. That's where I get the buckets from. Check out the video. I think they got some pretty good information, man, that'll help you out or help anybody out. But you can also get them from like Tractor Supply or ranch outlets. Not sure in your state what they have or where you're located, but those specific places, they sell them. They like 12 bucks, I want to say, a piece. I got my dogs on. Man, that's some very good food, man. Very, very good food. Is it are all their foods, is that all grain free? Or is the food that you're running grain free? Excuse me. I need some water. I'm running my mouth. Yeah, okay. Yeah, man, Origin food is amazing. Do you plan on expanding your kennel? AJ, what's up, cuz? Yeah, man, I'm gonna expand it. As of right now, here shortly after the litters come and go, we're gonna gut the building out and we're gonna remodel it. I'll be adding kennels on each side, and I'll be building me a bigger area for my leather that I do in here. So we're gonna remodel the kennel again, try to do some pretty nice upgrades. Hopefully I can knock the whole thing down and just rebuild it, but I don't think, hold on, Deese is moving. I don't think that's gonna come just yet. So does grain free really matter? Actually, yeah, it does matter, man. But we will be expanding the kennel, and we probably gonna expand to a few states here in the future. Yeah, I would say grain free matters because a lot of the dogs are allergic to a lot of grains, and the grains they're not really that good for your dog. You know, if you really want to go the best route, you got a lot of food allergies in a lot of the food. So if you want to bypass all that or get your dog what's the best, then yeah, I would say it matters. I haven't fed it. I have ran it before, but I don't run it now. But I do say that it's better than what I'm running now. What made you gravitate toward pocket and not the XLs? Or the exotics, meaning to that standard? The XLs, I'm not a fan of them. I like dogs that really get down. Now there is dogs, you know, I have seen some XLs, like some good quality dogs that get down to the XLs, but I'm not really a big guy, you know. I don't really care about size too much. The standard of the dog and the pockets, their build, I think it kind of fits me and what, you know, like my style or like even my personal self. I think it leans more towards how I'm built. You know, basically what made me gravitate toward that specific style. But I've never been a fan of the XLs. The exotics, I don't like them because it's just not right. You know, if we're gonna be honest, it's just not right. Do I dislike the dogs? Of course not. I think some of them look pretty cool or whatever, but it's just not right. So I don't like them. You know, I don't think it should have been done in the first place. Or if it should have been done, it should be a whole total specific breed, or keep the breeds that were used to make breed them. You know, if you like an exotic dog, or if you get an English bulldog and you cut the ears and say it's an exotic dog, I mean, hey, you should have bred an English bulldog. But that's just my personal preference. You know what I'm saying? It's just not my thing. What's up, Tony? Appreciate you watching, man. Be ready to do Royal Kennel Jersey at Georgia. Hey, man, one day it's gonna come, man. Keep doing your thing. 100, Merlin. Marcus. And you tell everybody how you come up on Tick. I produce Tick. Yep, I produce Tick. Tick was off of breeding that I did with an ABKC champion, Kane. I bred him to my production, Soleil, and he was my keeper for my puppy. Do you think Dine is good for weight for my standard? I think Diamond is a good food. I mean, dine. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. I think dine is a good food, a good additive for the food. Man, I'm tripping. But I don't think it's necessary. You know, you feed a good quality food. Um, you got a good dog with good genetics. I think it's unnecessary. Why don't you go to a lot of shows? Because I work. I work weekends, and whenever I'm off of work for the weekend, like I do things like I did today. You guys know I was in the park with my family, and I attend stuff with all of my family, and not everybody's really into the dogs. So, being that I'm gone for that weekend, when I am off, it's like it's I do whatever my family wants to do. You know, I'm a family man before anything. You know, my dogs are fine. The promotion of my dogs is fine. You know, I would love to let them compete into shows. I would love from the win champions and grand champions and stuff. But I see right now with my schedule, it just doesn't fit. Dallas, what's up, brother? What's up, man? Glad you joined. Chevy, yeah, the feed that I feed is 30/20 as well. It's not a grain free food, but it doesn't have any byproduct meats, which is awesome, man. Yeah, man, no doubt about it. You got to keep them happy, and you know we got to be happy too. It's a mutual thing. It's a mutual thing. But you know, like with my family, I got kids too. Although the kids love the dog shows, but they love other stuff too. Yeah, you right, Dallas. You right. So let y'all get a little shot of Soleil Belly, man. Tell me what y'all think. We still got 3 more weeks. She's getting there. She's getting there. Oh yeah, that teething process is a beast. That teething process is a beast. So what I'm gonna do? Speaking of a happy life, happy wife, and children. Been watching for about a year, man. 100 Michael, man. I appreciate it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start cleaning the kennels. I'm gonna keep it on, man. Y'all can watch. Y'all can watch the whole process. It's all good. I'm gonna clean everything. It's gonna take me about an hour, you know. But I'm gonna get down, man. Try to get this kennel in line. It's a disaster in here, as y'all can see. So I'm gonna get my mop bucket. I'm gonna get the cleaning. So what you think about the liquid gold, man? I see you mentioned liquid gold. What's your take on it? Because I'm gonna tell you, my honest opinion from experience, Dine is a lot better for you than liquid gold. So what? Tell me about the liquid gold. Yeah, man, time to get to work. You know, I kind of get carried away running my mouth, and then before you know it, I've been on here for 2 hours, and and I ain't even cleaned the kennels yet. And I wanna let everybody get in. What up, fish? And hey, apply pressure. You right. Hey man, you is absolutely right. I think people do abuse dying. You absolutely right. And that's like a big thing. That's like a big thing about it all. You know, it's not what it is, it's how much. You know, it's how much. I think it helps a lot better with their coats, you know. So tell me about the ingredients and what is it about it, and you know, um, why do you think that it's better than the others? It's kind of like what I was meaning, or you know, to to present it to somebody else. Give me some a little bit more insight. I know it's made for the coat. Yeah, nothing is actually a golden fix, you know. Nothing is actually a golden fix, man. It's your dogs, man. It's the genetics. It's either there or it isn't. You know, everything that I really seen with the liquid gold, and I don't know much about it. I don't even know what's in it. I just know from experience that it's not really necessary to add all this stuff to your dog's food if you have a quality dog. So I never entertain none of it or waste my money on it. But I see a lot of little fat dogs running around on it, and it's like I wouldn't feed my kid McDonald's every day, so I'm not gonna feed my dogs something equivalent to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna feed my dogs nothing equivalent to McDonald's to have them obese to where they can't work or can't move. So I haven't really. Have you ever used Simple Green to clean the floors? So yeah, I have used Simple Green. I love Simple Green. All right, Reese, 100, man. So I don't really know much about it, man. If you got like an ingredient, a bottle or something to where you can read the ingredients to where we can see if it's actually good stuff. I mean, I'm all for it. But Dine has been around for a very long time. It really has. And I think it's a good product. Oh, I see. Well, my local bully shop told me to choose Liquid Gold over Dine. They said it's more organic than Dine and adds healthier weight. But I am open-minded. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Um, I tell you what, man. After you run it for a little while, give us an update on it. Let us know what you think. After you run it for about 3 months, cause so you can see a good difference in your dog. I mean, if it's good, if it's organic, and it's some good stuff. I mean, that's great. I know the product Dine has been around for a very long time, but people overuse it looking for these miracle results, like my man said earlier. And when you don't see it, or if you just got a fat dog, it's because the calorie intake was entirely too high, you know? What up, Dion? I see Peeps do red cell. No, man, I wouldn't give red cell to a puppy. Back in the day, we used to, no doubt, man. Yo, bro, have a good night, man. We used to give red cell before we was educated on it back in the day to our pets, thinking that it would make them crazy or give them all this extra energy and stuff like that and make them work, which was false because it's a genetic thing. Um, but the red cell actually makes your dogs tired, so they work at a fast pace, makes your heart rate come up, kind of like a pre-workout. You take a pre-workout, you use yourself 5 years from now with the dogs. Good question. So, just like you take your pre-workout, you might go hard for 2 hours, but you're gonna tire out. You know what I'm saying? Because your heart's pumping so fast, and it basically does the same thing. But I wouldn't give it to a puppy at all. Unless there's a recommended dose on it. I haven't looked at it in a long time, but I knew from years ago that that was never a route that I wanted to go with my bullies. So 5 years from now, I should just be establishing the blood, which I have a name for it. I should be establishing that blood and into maybe my first line breeding. So I'm real excited about that. 5 years, I got a plan of being there. I have the bloods that I'm gonna incorporate. I'm almost done actually adding what I'm gonna add, and then the rest will be all in-house breedings. So after these breedings that I use the outside male, it will be no more using any outside dogs until probably that 5 years gets here. So I'll have me a couple males. I'll have me some nice females, probably 10 dogs total, and then I'll start doing my thing with them. And hopefully, like I said, in 5 years, my blood will be established and we'll be moving forward with another 5-year plan. Yep, that's what it's about, Dion. It's absolutely. But yeah, Russ, it's all about genetics, man. No doubt about it. It's all about genetics. You know, if you got a good dog, man, you give it some good quality food, exercise it, and when I mean exercise it, man, like maybe 15 minutes daily. Work with it. Work with its mind. You know, you exercise its mind and strengthen up the mind. You know, you can make the body do whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's very important. You know, if I don't have the dog's mind right and I get out there like Diesel and just work him on the spring pole or work him on a flirt pole, if his mind ain't together, you know, I'm not gonna be able to have him do whatever you want. That's best for him. So when you get out there, if you exercising your dogs, you train them for a little while, nothing too strenuous. It's a process. It takes a long time. You know, train them, work them out, feed them a good food, do them just like you would do yourself. You know, I have a fighting background. That's what I love to do. I love to fight. I love to exercise. You know what I'm saying? So automatically, we're gonna use my son. You know, let's use my son as an example. I want my son to be the same way, so I'm gonna feed him healthy. I'm gonna make sure he exercises. You know, and I'm gonna build him up in my footsteps. You know, you do the same thing with your dogs. So look, it just told me that my phone overheated and the charger stopped. So I'm not sure if it's gonna cut out on us or not. But treat your dogs like your children. You know, think about it. You know, when you got a son, every man wants a son. You know, every man wants a son. I would think. You know, mostly every man wants a son. So when you got a son, you know, you're not gonna get his food and start adding all kind of stuff that you think might put on extra weight on him to make him bigger or grow bigger than what he's supposed to be, right? Same thing with a dog. I know it might look cool if Tick was fatter, but I could be patient, keep him healthy, rip him up, build him a good quality muscle, and then as he develops, and when it's the right time for him, you know, he's gonna be that young man that everybody wants him to be, you know, or that you want him to be. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, and that's the best logic you can use for your dogs. You know, to where you don't need advice from anybody. Premium chicken fat, coconut oil, organic honey. Oh, cool. You got the thing. Vitamin D on that liquid gold. Premium chicken fat, coconut oil, organic honey, organic vanilla. So they got organic things inside of it. Vitamin D3. Yeah, so basically, they do got a few things, you know, coconut oil, we all know is good. They probably got a lot of vitamin E in the coconut oil. Premium chicken fat. I see a lot of chicken fat in dog foods. Um, your phone temperature is too high, charging will continue. All right. Yeah, so Royal Blue Line. Nah, it's not gonna be Royal Blue Line, but I think I've seen that line before. Yeah, so run it for a while, man. Um, Me personally, I'm not a big fan of chicken meal at all. If I would be excited about giving the dog something, it would be like raw chicken legs. But you got a lot of chicken allergies out there. A lot of the dogs don't do well on the chicken, but raw. A lot of dogs do well with the raw chicken. Run for a little while, man, and see what it does. But you know, make sure that if you're building your dog, man, don't build a little fat obese dog. You know, build you that's built with quality, man. Like you would basically want to build yourself. You know, and like that's what I was saying. You know, when we build these dogs, or when we feeding the dogs and we doing things with the dogs, you know, keep in mind of how you would want to look or what you know is healthy for you, because if it pertains to you, it pertains to them. And you know, I agree. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Josh, man. 100, man. Yeah. Man, I have a lot of stuff, man. I have a lot of stuff on the videos. I actually made a playlist. About it. So I made a playlist about exercising the dogs. You got the spring pole, the flirt pole, fetch, just running your dogs, let them bite on stuff, let them run with things in their mouth, you know, um, you could do anything, treadmills, slap mills, carpet mills, have them jump, for a toy, there's all kinds of form of exercising, but that's just a few good examples. Fetch is very good. It doesn't take a lot. It's not like it's not like people where we need bodybuilding and stuff like that. Dogs need a very light, good, consistent exercise program, and you're gonna see major results. Like 3 times a week. It doesn't have to even be every day. It's good to do a little bit of mental training every day, to stay consistent. But for like exercising purposes, a good 3 to 4 times a week is good. But check out the playlist. How can I get him on a spring pole? Because he's not that active. Um, Honestly, man, I got Diesel. Diesel, as you can see, is the only dog that I have that's really interested in it. And I'm getting Tick started now. But I started with him very young. I think it's something that should be done as a puppy. Get him to actively play with that toy and actually love it. If you do that from the beginning, I think they'll transition into that without even doing anything specific. But I started with him very, very young. None of the older dogs, I could pull it out, and none of the older dogs jump and play on it. Contender line American Bullies. Hey, man, appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. Yeah, but none of them like automatically do it if they old. But from young puppies, if I start them on it, like Tick at this age, I'm starting him now. So moving forward, I think he's going to do real good. And now with all my productions, I'm going to do it, man, because having Diesel being the only one to go ham out there, it's like, it's depressing. Like, man, I can't believe I let these dogs grow and not get them into this. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of got caught up, got a little comfortable. But we ain't doing it with Tick, man. We're going to build that good muscle on Tick. We're going to bring it out of him because it's there. Once, like I said earlier, and like I always said, genetically, if it's there, it's there. You just gotta pull it out. So I'll frequently come back and check the questions, but I'm gonna try to get this ball rolling. Get back, man. Get back, girl. I know that's the camera. Sit. Sit. Back. Kennel up. Sit. Let's go. Kennel up, man. Jazz, kennel up. Zena. Zena been going a while. Zena, let's go, baby. Come on, Jazz. Kennel up, man. Zena, let's go. Come on, hey, Jazz. Jazz, let's go. Come on. Come on. Kennel up. Go in your kennel. Go in your kennel. Come on. Let's go, mama. Jazz. Oh, don't let me beat you. Hey, get in your kennel. See your head? Let that see your head? Get in. Zena. Come on, girl. Got a piece of diesel bone. Good. Kennel up. Let's out, Mom. In a second. Hey, no doubt, my brother, man. Appreciate you watching, man. My question is, female, how many weeks do you recommend me reducing her playtime other than such as her puppies? So my female is pregnant, and at how many weeks do you recommend me reducing her playtime? So if she's pregnant, man, I would reduce it from playing with the other dogs. I would still let her move around and still do her thing, but I would reduce it from other dogs, because just like a woman, in the beginning of their pregnancy, you know, like the first trimester is like the worst time for them. So you risk of miscarriages a lot more in the beginning stages. So I would separate it from playing around with other dogs. Just walk her, you know, let her walk around, do her thing, let her be free. But I wouldn't, no strenuous playtime while she's pregnant. And then as she grows or gets big, of course, I would minimize it as well then too. and recommend me reducing her playtime with other dogs such as her puppies. Yeah, yeah, I would definitely minimize it at this time. What's your thoughts on Bully Max? I'm not a believer in Bully Max at all, man. I don't I don't suggest it. I don't think it's necessary. If you look at the ingredients on the Bully Max, unless they changed it, it's the same ingredients as the $9 vitamins or $6 vitamins at Walmart. So if you do have a bottle, check it out, man. Go to Walmart, check out the vitamins. It's basically the same thing. Um, and like we was discussing earlier, no doubt, Tony. Like we was discussing earlier, man, if the genetics aren't there, it's just not. It's not gonna be. So I seen the contender line. Man, what's up, man? I see you say you got Diesel in your pedigree. Who's your dog off of? Who's your dog off of? My dog don't like me. For real. You use that powder one or the vitamin? I used the vitamin like 6 years ago. So as y'all can see, old Soleil put on some weight. I feed. They don't like either. Yeah, I don't use none of it, man. I use that Victor right there. That's it. That's what I feed them. Get back, come on. Hey, y'all, you gotta jump on me. So they, calm down. I just was talking about that. So look, this diamond puppy, this is what the pregnant dogs eat. This is what Soleil and Cleopatra are eating at the moment. That's all I feed the pregnant girls. Three scoops of Victor, 3 scoops of the tear bag. That's it. That's it, y'all. It's just that simple. That's all I feed, man. Man, that's what I'm talking about, man. Kennel, that's what's up, man. What are some of the setbacks you experienced when you first started breeding? Well, first of all, one of the biggest setbacks, you know, my first dog that I had purchased, she died. My second one was I bought a male. I realized he wasn't breeding quality, so I pet homed him. Third, I had litters that were born, puppies stuck. I lost them. I've lost a whole litter. I've spent $3,000 on a stud credit one time and bred 4 times and never got a puppy. I've experienced a lot, man. You know, the usual that pretty much everybody who's been breeding for a while experiences. Not saying anything different, but I've lost a lot of money. I mean, I've lost probably just as much as I've made. A lot of breedings didn't take, you know, breedings that you expect, you know, to be major stuff don't take. And it's just it's all in the process of breeding, you know. It all happens that way. Let's see what we got here. Hey, come on. So late. Emma. Y'all come in. Yeah, it just happens like that, you know. E-Man, what up, babe? Yeah, diamond's pretty good, man. I use it for when breeding. What is it? Come on, Mom. Ready to eat? Ready to eat, my girl? Come on, kennel up. Right there, Mama. I don't know what it's all about. Yeah, man, I built the kennel myself. Yo, man, appreciate it, man. I hope you've been watching the videos, man. I hope everything all right. If you haven't been tuned in, but man, everybody's great, man. I don't know how long you've been missing, but they got a lot of videos, for you to catch up on. Appreciate you stopping by tonight. We do this now every Saturday. I think this is what, the third or the fourth Saturday in a row that we've been doing a live feed. Everybody's doing good. Just a bunch of dog men chopping it up. Dog men and future dog men. Got the banner posted up. My family for motivation. We got the leather on the table. Looks like I see you. Intended the area that I like. Yeah, man, we changed it a lot, man. So the next litter, and Emma started bleeding today. So in like 9 to 10 days, we're gonna start the process with tick. We'll be breeding at a tick. So that's when the next breeding's gonna be. Keep what going, brother? Is it Emma the one that passed? No, Anna is the one that passed. Yep, Anna passed. That was the beginning of some of your videos. Okay, I see. That was in the beginning. Yeah. Yep, surely was. Yeah, man. Anna passed. That Emma is off of Diesel and Diamond. Love your dogs, bro, but I can't believe you sold that one that you just made the video. I'm sorry to say that was the best dog. Hey, what dog, man? Which? Oh, Tank. Well, you know that's a part of being a breeder, man. You know, I think he does have potential to be one of the best, and that's a good thing, man. Because you know what, I like to produce and sell dogs that could be the best. I mean, I don't want to keep all of the great ones. I think Tick now is gonna be one of the best that was ever produced. I have dogs, as you see in the community tab. As you see, I've produced some beautiful dogs, man. You guys see dogs as puppies, and then when they get old, you guys don't get to see them. But as I get to show them through the community tab with the quotes every day, you get to see that a lot of them turn out to be amazing dogs. And it's good that they get sold. You know, I keep dogs. I'm a breeder. I can produce the same dog as many times as I want. You know, that dog come out of my program. It wasn't, nothing that accidentally got here. You know, at any time, I can reproduce whatever I want. So that's a major thing, man. I'm glad that he did turn out to be amazing. I'm glad that Al got him. He's doing a great job with him. And I see that he's very well kept up. Why didn't you keep him if he was going to be the best? Because the best has to get sold too. You know, that's just what it is. A lot of my dogs are sold before born. I know I never talked about that, but Al can come on the live if he's watching. Tank was actually sold before he was born. I got him over here. I never really broke the news to my daughter at the time, but he was sold before I even got him here. I enjoyed him while I had him, and I could reproduce him if I really wanted. And that's just what it is. That's the process. As a breeder, building. I'm 3 generations deep. I have what I have, and I'm gonna produce dogs that's gonna be amazing, but I can't keep them all. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. That's just what it is, man. And as you build, if you are building a breeding program, you're gonna see it, man. That's major, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in and letting that be known. It is. It's an ultimate. It is. That's what it's all about. So I hope you guys are checking out the community tab that I post a dog every day. That has all been offsprings from here. You're gonna see a lot more. Yep, absolutely right. Legendary, man. Just let me know when you're ready. Only sell breeding dogs or sell dogs? No, man, I sell a lot of dogs that people just use for family pets. I sell dogs that people now use for service dogs. Not all dogs are just for breeding. It's personal preference. Every dog is sold with breeding rights, but they don't all just buy them for bread. Nina, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Man, look, it's crazy. I went fishing yesterday and caught a fish. So I'll definitely be doing another video on the water. Are you gonna run Tank back to one? I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna run Tank back to him now, because like I was explaining, we have a 5-year plan and a goal, and we're not just breeding to have puppies. And the blood that Tank has diesel, but he also has XL blood in him. So I'm not sure where that'll fit in my program. You know what I'm saying? When the breeding was done, You guys know Diesel was chose as a stud for that breeding, which created Tank, and Tank was my pick that I had got and I'd sold. So that outside blood used, I don't know how it'll fit inside my program, you know. But Al can definitely love, you know. I mean, Al could definitely build something with Tank and love what he produces, you know. I think he's gonna be a nice producer. I think he would do good with what I have. Great info, Brian. I was gone for a minute and missed some of the live, but came right back. Go back and watch the rest. Hey, appreciate it, pet lover. Much love to you. We are out of Louisiana. Really appreciate it. That's it, man. But look, he is amazing. You know, I did a video of him. I got Al to send me a video. And look, he is nice. Do you ever use goat milk? Yeah, I used to use goat milk for the puppies. I did. I used to use goat milk for the puppies, and then as I as I as the program um, as the program elevated a little bit and things started changing, I started gaining a little more knowledge. I just left it alone. I think it's very good, but water does just as good. Absolutely. Absolutely. Leonard Tick is definitely the next stud at Royal Kennels. Of course, he does have to pass the test, but he's going to be up to bat for sure. So he's going to be up to bat. And if he does the job like I think, and if the blood works like I know it should, then yes, he'll definitely be the next stud. If not, then he will be replaced. And that's just it. You know, he's amazing. He's a good dog. He's beautiful, and I do believe he's gonna pass the test. But he's got to go up to bat first. Did you cut weight at all? It cut weight. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. No, it didn't cut weight at all. You know, once they get that appetite and they eat, it's all the same. Yeah, definitely. And it's all a process that I do when weaning off. I think the process, in my opinion, is brilliant. Yes, that is correct. The test is producing quality dogs, not only of his look, but of the body style as well, and inside of the standard. You know, I mean, like from everything, from the sharp back, you know, nice head. I want straight feet. You know, no kinks, no underbites. We want to move forward and produce some nice stuff. For the puppies, I feed the diamond puppy. Like as the whole time the female is pregnant, she eats diamond puppy. When the puppies get here, the puppies go on diamond puppy until they're 6 weeks old, and then they transition into Victor. Man, I thought about it. I thought about purchasing one, but I was like, man, I'm not really competing in anything. So like, I personally like to do everything with them. Like it's not, this isn't really like a factory, or it's not like a kennel to where we are exercising to compete in weight pull, or you know, to where the dogs are fighting or anything like that. So what I do is I get out there and I run with them. You know, I work out with them. The slat mill and the carpet mill and the treadmill, I think it takes away from the personal interaction of, you know, the man and his dog. They don't. My dogs don't lose weight after a couple of breedings. How long have you been a professional breeder? So I claim myself to be a professional breeder now. When I first started, I wasn't a professional breeder. I was just learning. I have been breeding for 6 years now. I would consider myself a professional breeder now for 2 years. Yeah, it is a lot of walks, but it's very necessary. It's very necessary. Because each dog needs its own interaction time. Yeah, so all the dogs been out. It's kind of like downtime. I just gotta mop the kennel up and straighten up a little bit, so everybody is up for the night, and I'm fixing to shut it down myself in a few. We just kind of talking and answering a few more questions. Have you ever breed some bad? No, I don't see myself breeding any other breed. So yeah, to answer that would be no. But I greatly appreciate you joining. Yeah, but I'll just stick to the American Bullies. I still have a full time job. You know? Hey, no doubt Apollo and Creed. Hey, ancient one, man. Really appreciate it, man. God bless you as well. Yeah, I still have a full time job. I do this. This is just straight out of passion. But I work 12-hour shifts. Yep, and unfortunately, I can't spend 24 hours with them like I would love to, or be in my full time job. Like I would enjoy it. I would love to have a training center to where I did, dog training, or even some type of boarding center would be real nice. Y'all ready to go to bed? They looking at me like I'm violating their space. Now look at Jazz. She laying down. Cleopatra looking at me. Dang, did Cleo get out? I don't think Cleo was out yet. No, Cleo never got out on. Hey, somebody who been watching this, Cleo came out? Everybody has a way of doing things. Yeah, no doubt about it. Yep. Hey, for real, man. And that's it, man. Yep, that's for sure. Yeah. What type of pit bull did you bring? So everything is 100%, personal preference. It's all on what you want, how you run your kennel. There's no blueprint. I bred Boudreaux dogs, pit bulls. It's a local bloodline out here. It's a very good bloodline. Yeah, I do have a few old pictures. Back in the game, that's whenever a lot of the pictures were taken with those throwaway cameras and Polaroid cameras. But I do have a few pictures that I have ducked off. In the community tab, I do plan on showing some of the dogs, from back then. Yep, they do, man. So look, man, I'm gonna shut it down. I gotta let. I don't remember if I let her out or not. No, did I let you out? I don't think I did, fat girl. You wanna go outside for a little while? Go play outside. Come on. Wanna go outside for a little while? Go ahead, mom. Go outside. Okay, nothing special. Queen of Hearts, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, shout out to you. Y'all show Queen of Hearts Kennel some love. I mean, when you talk about passion, when you're talking about someone who loves her dogs, you know, I can't say that enough, man. This woman really loves her dogs. An amazing program. You know, I really like what you're doing. 100% Ancient One. Have a good night, brother. All right, good night, man. Add you on the book. No doubt, man. Yep, I appreciate it. Kanad, I'll be checking out for you. And bro, much love. Apply pressure, man. Much love. I'm gonna go check out your channel too. I'm gonna go check it out, and I'll definitely subscribe to your channel. Appreciate you stopping by. Much love, man. Respect to you. Nina, really appreciate it. Much love back to you. J and J. What up, J and J Bullies? Have a great night. Yeah, they look like they ready for bed, y'all. I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna go check in my family. I'm sure they waiting on me too. Thank y'all so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the live. Next boy, you should name him is Chunky. Chunky, huh? We'll think about it. We'll think about it. Whatever it's gonna be something serious. Believe that. My baby Jazz. So whatever it's gonna be something serious. Much love to all y'all. Y'all be tuned in. No doubt about it, E-Man. Y'all be tuned in to the community tab. You guys, that's where I've been showing all the pictures of our productions. Let's build that community up so you guys can see it every day. You know, I try to do it every day. Every day I post something with a quote, you know, just to lift everybody up, man, and start the day off great. That's what it's all about. Like I said before, the whole live thing, the whole community thing, is the whole dog thing, is to get like-minded people together so we could chop it up, man. It's all positive. It's all love. Thank y'all so much for joining again. Have a wonderful day. Y'all stay safe. Have a great weekend. And I'll probably be trying to upload y'all a video in the next couple days. Thank y'all again, and God bless y'all.